Hi YouTubers, Terry here. I wanted to do, I don't know if you want to call it a tutorial. You can call it whatever you want. I have been making some really cute bows with the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. And I have been struggling a little bit with the type I was making, in that this is one I made following a Bona at Live, Love, Scrap, her tutorial. And while it's really cute and stuff like that, I've had some problems with the bow coming apart and getting a good, a nice looking bow. So I watched another tutorial, and I really liked the way the second tutorial that I watched, which is Paula at KnallCrafting. She has a video on stamping up punchboard bows, which is the same punchboard. And I decided to do some experimenting and take the best from both videos, or both tutorials, and I came up with one that, for me, just for me, I like better. For these that are made with the Live, Love, Scrap Bona, the bottom of the bow, you use the corner rounder and attach it there, and that wasn't working very well for me. And on the other tutorial, you actually punch it differently, and I wanted to show you why I like it. And I had to do a little bit of adjusting of the sizes, because when I made it the new way, it made these two kind of small, because you're attaching them differently, if that makes sense. So I lengthened both of these to compensate for the different kind of attachment. And when I did, I was really happy with the results. So this is made as a combination of Live, Love, Scraps tutorial, and with a little bit of an alteration, and attaching these bow pieces, cutting them and attaching them a little bit differently, like Paula does at KnallCrafting. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I did. So the combined results were the base, which is the bottom part of the ribbon. You cut it 1 by 5 inch for your base, and that's what this is cut at, and I'll show you how to do the different cuts in a sec. And then the middle part, which is this right here, is 1 by 6.5. And I was kind of in a dilemma because I've been using this Cartabella 6 by 6 pad, and I really love this paper, and it's perfect for these bows. But what I found is when you open this, Cartabella at least has a little strip at the top. The paper stays the same, and there is a hole in the middle where they punch it. So I've just been cutting the 1 inch strips from the 6.5 inch side of it, and I do get 2 that have the little hole in it, but some of these layers are only 5 inches and 5.5 inches, so I can use those 2 for a 5 or 5.5 inch strip, if that makes sense. So, or you could just use a 12 by 12 piece of paper, but this has worked good on this type of pad, to just cut it a different way. And hopefully that makes sense. And then the top layer is 1 by 5.5. And so that's a little bit different than this, but I'm, like I said, I'm really happy with the results. So I wanted to just really show you really quickly how I do the 3 different layers on the how I punch them. Okay, so this I start with the bottom layer. Okay, and all of these you punch in the middle of the layer, or middle of the piece. And this bottom piece is 5 inches, so I'm going to punch it at 2.5, and then turn it over and punch it at 2.5 again. Okay, and this bottom layer also has the little flag cut out of it, so you're going to center this on the punch, and you're going to cut the little flag out of both sides. Okay, and you'll kind of get a feel for that as you go. Okay, so this layer is done. Okay, now the middle layer is the one that's 6.5 inches, and so you're going to do the first punch at 3.25, which is half of 6.5 on both sides. Okay, and this is where you do it differently than I had done my previous ones. You're going to line this up with the center of the punch. You can look and see where the center of the punch is, and you're going to punch it there, so it takes a little corner off there. Turn it over, punch it in the center of the punch, and do the same with the other side. Center of the punch, center of the punch. Okay, so it looks like this, and you're done with that one. Okay, so that's the middle one. And the top one is 5.5 inches, so you're going to punch this first at 2.75, and same with the other side, 2.75. Okay, and then the top layer is done the same way. You're going to punch it in the middle of the punch on the 4 corners. And okay, so that's it for the punching. You don't use the corner rounder at all. And then you come out with your 3 layers. Okay, let me really quickly show you how I put them together. So I've got the bottom layer, okay, and that's ready to go. And this layer, I'm going to turn it over. I'm just going to put a little bit of, and this has worked fine, of it helps to do a little rounding there. Makes a prettier bow. Then you're just going to bring this up and match it with the cut on the top. And same here. Usually I'll put just a little bit more so it comes over on this, because it overlaps just a little bit, and that just gives you a little bit more oomph with the glue. And then I take a glue dot, and you could use your runner too. Okay, so glue dot there, and then you're going to do the same with this top one. You're going to curve it a little bit and get the curve going. Okay, and on the back you're going to put a little bit of tape. Do one side, just match it up so that those all match. Press on it, put a little bit more glue there, and then you're going to do the same with the other side, matching it up, pressing. And if I want to do a little bit more of a curl, I just take a pencil or a pen or something and just kind of make a little bit bigger bow. And then I'm going to take a glue dot again and put it on there and attach it to the top. Okay, then usually I kind of have to push it up a little bit that way. So there is the bow, and it's done, except for I've been using these Recollections pink roses and putting that right in the center. And I think this is well balanced, and it's easier to put together than the other way I was doing them, and it's also I think more secure. I had some of my other ones pop loose. So that is just kind of my little bit of a variation on two really, really good tutorials. And so I just wanted to share that with you. These are the 4 that I've made today. So thanks for watching. Hope that helps if you're going to be trying some on your own. Bye now.